What's up, guys? Brent McCaskill here, also known as Pig of the Hut. Welcome back to the Armory, and this is episode 3. Rather than bore you with telling you what's going to be in the show, I'm just going to jump right into the show because it's not going to be boring. We have tons of stuff, and it's too loaded to sit here for 5 or 10 minutes and tell you about what I'm eventually going to start talking about anyway. So here we go. Northwest Majors. Let's talk about this. Sonic Fox might not be the only player out there to beat because WonderChef had something to say about that. He came out of the gate and said, I am the definitive Quan father. Now don't get me wrong, Rio's Quan looks excellent in New York recently, and maybe he was inspired by WonderChef and a lot of the Quan happenings lately. And let's not forget the player out there, Shujinki Duke, who has always stood by Quan Chi's side, whether he's low tier, mid tier, or even this game, maybe top 2 tier. So, yeah, that's a little hint of my tier list later. Anyway, let's jump right into it. He beat Slayer, Rio, he beat the Quan father, Shujinki Duke himself, now to take over as the Quan Chi Quan father of Mortal Kombat X. He is one of my players to beat. Not for me personally, but he's the one to watch out there, just like Rio, just like Sonic Fox, just like Forever King, all the big wigs out there making a lot of noise. Next thing I want to talk about is tournament competitive streams have been really on fire lately. Yomi Gaming, twitch.tv/Yomi, YOMI_gaming, had over 10,000 viewers for last Tuesday's local, which had a $1,000 pot bonus. Real props to Reno Racks out there. Now let's talk about this. Forever King, he is a player out there making massive noise. He is tearing up Atlanta left and right. Him and Michelangelo are basically an outsider team that are living in Atlanta up until Evo, and they're tearing up Atlanta left and right, making Atlanta look free. So what are we going to do about that, Atlanta? We got to fire back. All right, now let's take a look at one of the key members of this community that I forgot to mention last show. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to give him a full page props. And I want to tell you guys why you need to follow Sabin at NYC Furby, also known as Arturo Sanchez. So check out the screen. You can see all of Arturo Sanchez's information from his Twitch to NYC Furby, his YouTube at FGC Sabin, and also his Twitter, NYC Furby. Why am I making his name such a big deal? Because when Injustice was falling off in New York, this guy was going left and right, taking all of his equipment on subways, down the streets, whether it be blistering hot or blistering cold, what have you. This guy did everything he could for the scene for Injustice, for Mortal Kombat 9, and is also already doing the same for Mortal Kombat X. As well, he is a top competitor himself in many, many fighting games, not just Mortal Kombat, but he is what I like to call a true advocate of the fighting game community, and he is an extremely valued member. In fact, he is my most valuable member of the entire FGC. Everyone needs to follow him and check out all of his streams and stuff. All right, guys, I have a special announcement for you guys. This is another reason to tune into the Armory every episode because now WB Games has taken note of the Armory and what we're providing to the community and has now sponsored various contests that we are going to start having as of right now on the Armory. There's going to be 1 contest per episode, but I'm going to go ahead and announce like 2 or 3 right now, but a prize will be given out on the Armory episode for everyone. Now there is 1 contest that will actually happen in an offline event sponsored by WB Games. We'll get to that in a second. But I just threw a lot of stuff at you. First, let me show you what's in it for you. So as you can see here, all right, this is a blow up because I grabbed the small t-shirt, but I'm just gonna roll with it anyway. This is a small, but I also have medium, large, extra large, but it's authentic WB Games NRS Mortal Kombat X t-shirt with the white new redesigned logo. It's just black on the back, and that's not it. You thought that was it, didn't you? No, that's not it. Now we also have the limited edition Scorpion Mortal Kombat X bobblehead. And I have, obviously, I've received 5 of these. I've not opened them up yet, so why not just do it on the show? Let's see what they really look like, see if I can get a nice close-up view. And one of these that I'm touching will be one of yours if you win the prize. So as you can see, this is the Scorpion bobblehead doll. I'm not going to take it out of the packaging because, again, I want this to be well taken care of. And if you are, I know it probably didn't sound really good on the mic. However, this is how the contests are going to work. I'm going to go ahead and announce like 2 or 3 of them right now. So get ready. Contests are going to range anywhere from the casual Mortal Kombat fans, the one that eat, sleep, breathe it, love it, ones that don't, have the competitive pro skill, but ones that love the game, and I want to include in on these contests. So we're going to have the casuals, the beginners, the novice, intermediate, advanced, and pros. So I'm going to announce 2 right now. One basically is open to everybody, and then the other one is going to take place at Combo Breaker in an offline event, which I will explain now. I'm going to pick 5 people in the community that I think the community wants to see and that I personally think that could maybe beat Sonic Fox. So here are my 5 people that I'm saying that if you attend Combo Breaker, you have a chance to beat Sonic Fox in a first to 3. Whoever does it gets this prize. And let's say none of you guys beat Sonic Fox in a first to 3. Here, the one that came the closest to beating Sonic Fox with the best score, or gave him the, pushed him to the edge the furthest, you'll be the winner. Let's say 2 of you do it. Well, whoever beats him the best. If you beat him, beat him 3-1, 3-2, or 3-2, really, really close, but the other guy was 3-2, a little bit more dominant in the final round, then he'll win the prize. However, I will have a consolation prize for you. It'll be one of these t-shirts. So everyone wins there. Also, I will also provide a prize for Sonic Fox just for participating and giving us his time. Now, the other contest is going to be this. We have a lot of new characters in Mortal Kombat X. We have, I'm going to skip some, Jackie, Takeda, we have Kotal Khan. Any new character in Mortal Kombat X, I'm opening a contest to win one of these Scorpion bobblehead dolls and or t-shirt, you can decide. But I may be able to give both. We'll see. But definitely a Scorpion bobblehead doll, a Mortal Kombat X Limited bobblehead doll. Now here it is. I want you to take one of the new Mortal Kombat X characters and design an alternate hypothetical costume. Let's say a new skin was made for Kotal Khan or Tremor or Jackie. I want to see what you guys can create for that. I want you to draw out. You can do it with pencil, you can do it on the computer generated program, you can do whatever you want, and all submissions must be sent to me either 1 or 2 ways. At Bam Bam Guitar on Twitter, or the other way is Pig of the Hut. You can send me a private message with the graphic included in the private message on testyourmight.com. Obviously, probably the quicker and easiest is just to send me the picture on my Twitter feed, at Bam Bam Guitar. Me and a special panel of undisclosed judges will pick the top 3, and then we will also then narrow it down the top 3 and then pick the best one. And I will show all 3 on the show in the upcoming episodes, and I will announce the winner on the next Armory as well. So have at it, take it, and start sending me your submissions. All right, guys, now let's go ahead and do something else. I have a lot more contact information for you guys looking to get involved in the Alabama competitive scene, the Kentucky scene, the UK scene, Angola, Finland. So there's a lot of names that I left out last episode when I was telling you who you need to follow on Twitter and who you need to be connected to get started in the competitive Mortal Kombat X scene. So we're going to take some time. I got 2.5 pages full of people. So you might not think you have a contact in Utah. Well, actually, I got about 3 or 4 of those guys in Utah. So let's take a look at some of those pages. Okay, guys, so I made a post on testyourmight.com asking for all other people who want to be included to have your contact information on the show. These are people that either have scenes established or players that are looking to create scenes. So, just down the list, Isaac has been a Mortal Kombat Kano player for a long time, played a little bit of Injustice, was now back in the tournament scene. I put Shock back on here because last week, or the last episode I recorded, I had his wrong Twitter handle. I had @UMK3 Shock, but actually you can look on the screen, that is his correct Twitter. He handles everything Northeast, locals, regionals, in affiliation with majors, with Big E. He is the guy in New York and New Jersey. You need to talk to him if you want to get involved in that area in the scene. I'm not going to go through everyone, but you have AOK Ryan, another guy in the Tampa, Florida scene with Isaac. You also have CT's Finest, and he runs a clan as well. You have Simi Evil Ryu, and then you have one of my favorite players, P&D Ketchup and P&D Mustard. These guys are huge advocates of the Mortal Kombat scene. If you are in the UK, anywhere in the UK, you need to contact these guys and just say, hey, how can I get started, man? Like, I'm looking to get started. I don't know where I need to get started. There's you guys, Foxy Grandpa, what do we do? The good place to start is contact those guys. Another thing I want to hit is Alabama. IB Ricky, he hit me up. He's looking to start a scene in the Birmingham area. If you're in the Alabama or Birmingham area, please give him a hit up on Twitter at IB Ricky with 3 Ys. All right, on to the next page. We have, well, you used to have Gunsall Combat in Ohio. Now you've got Arcade Legacy in Ohio. Kentucky, there's a contact for you, ESL Online. I'm a big advocate of ESL. We're about to talk a little bit more about ESL and what events they have coming up. It's an online tournament. You can win major money for this, $1,000 weekly tournaments. It's open to CIS, it's open to Europe, it's open to America. You want to get involved with ESL, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in the next segment. And you have Finland. Whoever thought there was a scene in Finland? Actually, Aragrunt is one of my favorite people to discuss movies and entertainment with, so if you like good movies and entertainment, hit him up just for casual talk. The guy's really cool. Then you got 4 contacts for Utah. I never knew you'd have this many. You have Conquer, which is an MK legend, all the way back from MK 1, 2, 3, everything. This guy is everything Mortal Kombat. And then you have 2 TOs, SRM_SLINKUN, and then the next one is DEERMIR, and then Vegeta. I've known this guy for maybe 4 or 5 years. Great supporter of the scene, advocate, real busy guy, but he always goes to tournaments and does really well. All right, for any of my viewers in the Angola area, there's a contact for you. I believe that's Eddie Wang's Twitter handle. So add him if you're looking for any competition in Angola. Ghana, we have you covered. Moelali, we have you covered. New Jersey, I probably butchered that pronunciation, but it's okay, I'll live. New Jersey, another player, Decaying Art. Decay came on the scene in Injustice and was a massive, he was like the best Lobo player out there, and he's really taken a lot of leadership role in that area, helping out Shock and all those guys, and Arma and KDZ, so he hosts a really good stream as well, so you want to look into him on Twitter. Kansas City, we've got you covered, KCSRK, follow them. Toronto, Honeybee, another top player in Injustice, actually one of the top 10 players in Injustice, the best Flash, amazing player. He's doing some work in MKX as well, getting ready to make his transition into being a multi-game top player. Canada, Neo Russell, he is everything Canada. If you don't follow him and you live in Canada or give anything about Canada and you don't follow him, you're not doing it correctly. Montreal, MTL Jur has been around for as long as I've been around, so you need to follow him as well in the Canadian Montreal area. All right, just wrap it up here. Just got a couple more. Check, check, check. All right, just wrapping up. We have 3 more contacts out there. Tim Static, he's been around forever on the forums. He's been in the competitive scene a lot. He's a mod on testyourmight.com. He's a really good contact for the Ohio scene. Zoidberg doing a lot of Fort Worth, Dallas, Texas. I could not put all that on the screen because it was so long, but in the Texas area, if you need any more information other than the Combat Houston guys, hit up Zoidberg. Chicago scene's huge. That's where NRS is located. At Truth RM is another contact to get involved with the Chicago and GGA scene and all their locals. So guys, I am flooding you with all these contacts. There is no reason not to be involved in the competitive Mortal Kombat scene. It is the most fun you'll ever have. I have just given you over 3.5 pages, and last week I gave you 2 whole pages, all different contacts. Use them and get involved, and come see me at locals and majors, and you'll have the time of your life. All right guys, ESL has officially kicked off. The first week started this past Sunday. It had over 400 or 500 players, whittle it down to the top 16, which will compete this Wednesday, which will probably be when this episode is released, on twitch.tv/netherrealm. $1,000 tournaments every week. July 11th, season finals, at least $50,000 prize money. Let's talk about that a little bit. There's a Sub-Zero skin out there that if you purchase, some of that money, if not all, goes to the pot for the July 11th season finals. So everyone, please support that new Sub-Zero skin that you can find right now at the Xbox store and the PSN store for Mortal Kombat X. Now, this is not just North America. This covers Europe, it covers Russia. In Europe, for example, there is a series of local tournaments under the banner of Mortal Kombat Cup. These events run in 17 different international countries, and the link that you can find out more is cup.mortalkombat.com. The winner from each country will be invited to an international final held at the Japan Expo in Paris on June 3rd. €20,000 prize pool. In addition to all of that, European players can also compete online in the ESL Pro League on the X1, and Russian players can compete on the PC. You know, the CIS guys are also included in this as well. Hit up, PND_mustard, PND_ketchup on Twitter. Those are the experts of the UK and European scene, and that's how you can find out even more information. They're competitors, and they want you in the game just as much as they want themselves. All right, guys. Now, before I go on to the next section, which we start really showing some really awesome tech, Mortal Kombat X, and where the future of the game is going to lie, I messed up. I forgot to tell you which 5 or 6 players that I want in the exhibition in that competition prize against Sonic Fox first to 3 at Combo Breaker. Now, I will say this. The stream will most likely be twitch.tv/streamofthehut, and that's my stream. Or if Combo Breaker wants to make it a main event at Friday night, Saturday night, or Sunday night after the tournament, then we can discuss that as well. And I will finalize these plans on the episode 4 of The Armory so all of you guys can know. But here are my selections for the 5 or 6 players that I want in the first to 3 versus Sonic Fox. Tom Brady, number 1. Everybody wants to see Tom Brady. Number 2, Rio. Rio's beat him before in the ESL pre-qualifier. Let's see if he can do it offline with that Sonya and Cassie Cage or maybe Quan. The third person is Evo champion 2013 for Mortal Kombat 9 with that nasty Cyrax, Denzel Terry. He's maining Sub-Zero and possibly some other tricks up his sleeve. I want him as number 3. And he is confirmed also for Combo Breaker as well as his very talented brother MIT. Number 4, this is a personal selection for me. I want GGA Pim Pim Jim to come and show everyone how it's done. I truly believe he's going to end up being top player when this game is all said and done. Maybe top 3, maybe the best in the world, maybe top 5, who knows? But I want him in a first to 3 versus Sonic Fox at Combo Breaker. Extremely hyped to see. He's a huge mystery. No one really knows who he's maining yet. But, I mean, does he even know he's maining yet? He usually mains game, kind of like Forever King and such. Speaking of Forever King, he's my next selection. I want Forever King, the guy who's been wrecking havoc everywhere, especially in the Atlanta area since he's living there. I want him as my next selection. And my final selection, WonderChef. I don't know if you're going to make Combo Breaker, but if you do, I want you on that stage first to 3 with your Quan Chi versus Sonic Fox. I had my notes written down on my phone, so I make sure I didn't forget anybody, but WonderChef is the leading competitor since he just won Northwest Major, so I definitely want him in this first to 3 exhibition versus Sonic Fox. Remember, if you win, or the person who gets closest to winning, or the person who beats Sonic Fox the worst, the most by beating him the best. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. You win the Scorpion Limited Edition Mortal Kombat X bobblehead doll, which is very hard to find and was donated to the show by Warner Brothers, WB Games, and NRS. So, now that I've gotten that out of the way, ask me questions. I want everyone to get hyped about that event. It's going to be really cool to see, not to mention Combo Breaker, watching the stream, the pulls, the top 8, top 16s coming up. It's going to be extremely awesome. Now, Combo Breaker, for those who do not know, is Memorial Weekend. That's in May, this year, May 22nd through May 24th. So if you can make it, you should definitely make it because NRS and WB Games for Combo Breaker and for CEO has announced a $10,000 pod bonus. So lots and lots of money coming from Mortal Kombat X players if you can place and make that money. Not only is it at Combo Breaker, but it is at my probably co-favorite major and co-favorite tournament organizer. Jabali runs a major called CEO. CEO also got news yesterday from NetherRealm and WB Games that they will be getting a $10,000 pot bonus for CEO, which is, I believe, is the last weekend of June. I'll be at Combo Breaker, I'll be at CEO, so hopefully I can make some green with that. So anyway, now let's talk about this. This is really cool tech in Mortal Kombat X. I don't have a controller with me, so I'm going to do my best to describe, and I left the button logs on this video that you're about to watch. It's called the Option Select. Ultra David made a video about it, and I'm just making another video, not to overstep him, but just to kind of show, maybe people who watch his video won't watch mine, people who watch mine won't watch his, but this is completely Ultra David. Ultra David, I got this completely from him. This is his tech. I didn't find this, he found this. I'm just bringing this to light in my medium as well. So he deserves all the credit. Everyone tweet him thanks for finding this. Basically what it is you know how Kenshi, well you probably don't because no one plays him but me and like 10 others, but anyway, you know Kenshi and Possess, he has a -21 low launcher in the Possess form, the EX down back 4. That's a down back circle for you guys who don't know the number systems. Anyway, what you can do is if in this game, you can do any string or any single hitting move, like a back 3, which is Kenshi's low, or Sub-Zero can do back 2, or Sub-Zero can do back 3-3 for that low, those 2 low kicks. What you can do, and I'm about to show you in this video of some of these option selects, is you can make low launchers, overhead launchers, all hit confirmable and safe. Not really hit confirmable, but it's like an option select. If they block the string, then your negative punishable launcher doesn't come out. Like for example, I'll use Kenshi because he's the one I know the most about, and you'll see him in the first example, is when I do back 3, the low, into an immediate down EX down back 4 where the totem falls from the ground. If they block that, then I'm minus 21 and they can blow me up sky high. However, there's a way in this game that you hit back 3, down back 4 in the block button to do the EX version. The second after you hit down back 4 block at the same time to do the EX drop, you hit down down block. What that does is it creates an option select. If they block the back 3, and although you entered back 3, down back 4, down down, that's what you're entering. You're entering back 3, down back 4, down down as one complete input. Dun 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 dun. Just like that. That's how I think. If they block it, only the back 3 comes out. EX down back 4 does not come out. The totem drop, so you're not negative. In fact, back 3 is 0 on block, which means you're safe on block, and you're neutral on block. You're not negative, you're not plus, you're just, nothing happened, you're just fine. So, now let's say the back 3 hits. Well, guess what comes out with that same command? You're not changing your inputs. If you do back 3, down back 4, down down block, then if the back 3 hits, then the totem will automatically come down. You get a 41% combo if you want to spin 2 bars, but I usually like to spin 1 bar and get like 33, 35. So Sub-Zero, let's take him for example. He can do back 3, 3, and then down forward 2 and block with the EX freeze. So he could do back 3, 3, down forward 2 and block to do the EX freeze, and right after you do down forward 2, then you press down down block. If the back 3, 3, the 2 lows, if they hit, the freeze will come out. If the back 3, 3, I'm sorry, if the back 3, 3 is blocked, although you did down forward 2, it doesn't come out because you canceled the command. Let's take a look at this video. Take a look at the far left side, the far right side, look at my button logs, and you can see what I'm talking about. And I'm going to show off some of these option selects, and this is going to be the future Mortal Kombat X, as well as the 50-50 game. Mark my word. There's no getting around this, guys. Learn it, or spend 3 years catching up. Take a look. So guys, one of the most important things to notice about this is when they block it, your unsafe launcher does not come out. But notice that when I hit Reptile, that my unsafe launcher will come out. Now, notice the button log. I'm doing back 3, 2, down back 4, EX. And notice that if the first hit whiffs, our first hit is blocked, but the second hit hits, then my EX launcher still comes out. Now, if they block any of the normals, then the option select works, and keeping you safe rather than minus 21 and heavily punishable. We're going to look at a couple of different options, not just Kenshi, but a couple of different other characters. So this example, this is kind of interesting. You know, Kung Lao has very limited options offensively, I'm finding, but the forward 2, 3, he can do a option select in the forward 2, 3 spin. And notice if the forward 2 or the 3 hits, or just the low, which is the second hit, that 3 hits, then the spin will come out. But if either hit are blocked, then it will not come out. And this is how Kung Lao will become a much better character, more viable, by mastering these option selects. Now notice sometimes when I'm canceling it a little bit off timing, that if they block one hit and the other one, I mean if they block one hit but one hit whiffs, then the spin comes out, and that's all timing related. So look at the button logs, and I'm just pressing down down block, or sometimes down 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 block, just really fast. You can mash it, you can mash the down pretty fast and then hit block, and it cancels, and it creates a new viable option select for you, making this character much, much, much safer, because a lot of people's complaints with Kung Lao is, well, his launchers aren't very safe and giving you not that many good options. So enough of Kung Lao, we'll go take some other looks. I just wanted you guys to kind of soak it in a little bit. Back 1-2 with Melina is an extremely long-range footsie tool, but what if you could create an option select out of it? So I'm going to turn the button log on so you can see what I'm doing. Look at that, back 1-2,
down back roll, and then I'm hitting just down and block. So sometimes you can just hit down and block. You don't have to hit down block. And some people say all you got to hit is down but I like hitting down block. It seems to work best. And so you notice if the back 1-2 is blocked, no roll, but if the back 1-2 comes out and it hits you, then the roll comes out and everything works really well. Even if the last hit hits you and the roll comes out, and you're granted a free 35% combo. Now let's take a look at another one. Let's go to Sub-Zero. He can do back 3-3 EX. He can do the same thing, the option select with back 3-3, or forward 4-2 clone, forward 4-2 ice blast, forward 4-2 slide. He can do back 3-3 slide, option select. But back 3-3 EX ice is one of my favorite ones to do. And as you can see, the buttons are the same as the other characters and it works really well.
So I hope the video you just saw made some sense. You can make any unsafe special move that's a launcher safe now by creating an option select. Think about what that does for Melina, like I tried to show in the video. You can do back 1-2 roll, cancel, and the very punishable launcher, which is roll, that doesn't cost a meter to launch, that you get 35% off of. If the back 1-2 hits, then the roll comes out. If the back 1-2 is blocked, that's a fantastic safe string anyway to do, and there's no repercussions because you inputted the roll in case the back 1-2 hit, but the roll doesn't come out because you canceled it with the option select that Ultra David found, and now I'm bringing out to my fans. So again, thank Ultra David for finding it. He deserves all the credit. Really practice this. I know a lot of you guys are going, well, how do I do this? That's weird. Really take a look at everything I said and also the button logs. You can see what I'm doing, guys. Practice it. As you can see, if you do it correctly, then your unsafe special launchers should not come out on block, but they should come out on hit. This is also really good for characters like Sub-Zero that can do forward 4-2 ice or forward 4-2 clone. Well, forward 4-2 clone, for example, is unsafe. So you can make it to where it'll only come out on hit, where if you get hit, then your hit's done and you can't punish a clone. So Sub-Zero players have no reason to complain about this. It's just time for you guys to grow up and excel on your execution. So the next thing I want to show you guys, do you know about block punishing? There's a character, I'm going to show just a quick video named Devora. When she does her little insect venom spray, she can hold down a button and decide when she wants to stop spraying you on block to mess up your timing, and it makes it harder for you to punish her because it is a punishing move. But there's a trick in this game. You can hold down the block button, as you can see in my button log in the video I'm about to show. You can hold down the block button while blocking any move, string, special moves, anything in this game. You're holding down the block button, so you're safe, you're good, everything's taken care of. While holding down the block button, like say for example, my character, Kenshi, I have a 1-1-1 string. So you know what I'm doing? I'm holding down block, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I'm just mashing 1 because although I'm not releasing block, I'm holding block and mashing 1, it comes out. While holding block, my 1-1-1 comes out. And that's what I like to call block punishing tech. Let's take a look at this video, and I want you guys to practice this. Block a 5 or 4 hit string of anyone in this game while holding block, and just mash 1 or mash 2, mash 3, mash 4 while holding block. Try it yourself. It does wonders. Check this out. All right, so for my final tech video that I want to show you guys, it's a little segment I like to call The More You Know, based off that little NBC thing. I think that was the station they had a little flyby rainbow, and it's like, the more you know, or whatever it was. Anyway, so this is just random things that I do in the game, see in the game, study in the game that I want to bring to your attention as well. For example, Cassie's back 1-2-4 string can be backdashed and interrupted with armor. There's stuff like that I just want to show you. Like Kenshi's 4-4-1 string can be interrupted with armor or backdash, leaving him open to be punished after you backdash it. So it's a little quick video, or maybe it's like 3 or 4 minutes of things that you may not know that you can do in this game, like interrupting Jax's strings with backdash and armor, and doing and Takeda, interrupting everything that guy does with armor and backdashing. So check it out and hope you learn 1 or 2, maybe you learn a lot watching this video.
First thing I'm showing this one is that you can armor out of any string into overhead sword or the low sword that Kotal Khan does, which basically kind of ruins his mix-up. He no longer has a viable mix-up. You can actually EX teleport, you can EX armor it, you can backdash it. It's pretty free, and actually the low one I believe you can jump out of. So it doesn't matter if it's EX overhead sword or EX low sword or just the normal versions. You can backdash, you can armor, you can do whatever you wish. Sucks for Kotal. Next thing, you can backdash some of his extremely used back 1-4 string. You can armor back 1-4. Anything that you can backdash, you can armor through. I'm just showing it. And notice that when you backdash, sometimes it causes her to get missed commands and leave her unsafe. Same thing with Jax. His low starter has 3 different options. The only option that you can't backdash or armor is the one that ends in gotcha grab with the 3rd hit. You just cancel to a gotcha grab. If you try to backdash or armor, then what will usually happen is the gotcha grab will just hit you. So, as you can see there. This is back 1-2-4 from Cassie. Quan's backdash is incredible, leaving him pretty safe. So you can backdash, you can armor through, and the best way to test what strings in this game that you can armor or backdash through is just put the computer on, basically put the computer on reverse EX move that has armor, and then just go through every single string in the game. Now notice if it's Kung Lao, you can backdash it, but you can't armor through because the spin comes out too fast and will blow up your armored attack. The other thing I want to show is this string with Raiden that you can hold down to a lot of meter is actually punishable. You can just jump in and do a jump attack and punish him, or you can just choose to jump away if you don't feel like risking it. But it's actually not that hard. Another thing with Jackie's meter burn gun, you don't have to respect it ever. Just neutral duck to block the bullets, and then you can reflect it if you ever reflect. You can armor teleport, people armor teleport. Hell, I think some characters can just do a normal teleport from the screen and still beat it out and get a full combo like Scorpion. He can. But as you saw, you can jump out of this pretty free. Anyway, against Ermac, his main pressure string, his main mix-up, it's not a mix-up, it's just a good pressure string. It can be backdashed, armored, do whatever you wish, but it just really removes options. Now Takeda, back 1 kunai, back 1-2 kunai, back 1, just anything that you can kunai, you can backdash, armor through, you can, some of them I think 3-4 screen you can jump out of. It's kind of nuts. So no reason to fear his mix-ups. Just block overhead when you see him throw something on the ground, backdash, or armor through is always your better option. The final example I want to show here, just the more you know segment, is notice Kung Jin, I'm recording him doing a fly kick and then having him immediately block. Now when you block the fly kick, the block stun is extremely heavy and you have to wait like a mile of the time to even have a chance to punish it. You can punish it, not many people have 7-frame rolls, but the smart stuff to do against Kung Jin is just neutral. Just neutral crouch, there is no block. He'll actually whiff you entirely, and you get a massive full combo.
So hopefully you guys take everything that I brought to your attention in this show, practice it, master it, and let's make the game just even more competitive amongst those players, whether it be beginners, casuals, novice, intermediate, advanced, or pros. Now, I got one last segment before I close it out, and this is the end of the episode. It's Pigs Power 5. This is what we're going to do. This does not mean the top 5 players in the entire world or whatever. This is just Pigs top 5 to watch, or who to watch out for, or who's making a lot of noise right now. Here's my top 5. WonderChef, Northwest Major Champion, the first major winner of Mortal Kombat X. He is number 1 on my Pigs Power 5. Number 2, Rio, the only guy that's come out of the gate and beaten Sonic Fox in the ESL pre-qualifier. He also plays, in my opinion, 2 of the top 3 characters in the game at a masterful level, Quan and Cassie Cage. The other one's Kung Jin, if you're wondering. He's number 1 in the game. Anyway, so my third Power 5 is Forever King. He hasn't been to a tournament, I don't think yet, that he hasn't won free. Not really free, but he's making Atlanta look pretty free, myself included. Michelangelo is also part of that top 5. He is killing Atlanta. He's usually the runner-up, or if King doesn't make a local in Atlanta, he's winning in Atlanta. So Atlanta players, like myself, have a lot to step up. And my final Power 5, Sonic Fox. You might be the best of the top 5, or my Pigs Power 5, because you, sir, cannot be stopped, especially in the offline scene. So right now, I'm going to give you my number 1 top spot with actually Chef number 2. You are the player to beat for the EVO season at Combo Breaker, ECT, CEO, and EVO. You are the guy with the target on your back. However, you are also the most talented player in the scene. So you are on my Pigs top 5. I hope you'll get knocked off eventually. Anyway, guys, that's been The Armory, episode 3. I hope you guys had a great time watching, and I hope you learned a lot. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you like about it. Let me know what you don't like about it. Say, Pig, don't do that, or Pig, give me more of that. I really dig that. All right, guys, well, stay tuned. Probably the next episode will debut in about 2 weeks, the week of Combo Breaker. Hopefully we can have some pools to talk about, and we can maybe discuss some predictions. But I won't predict my own pool, because that's just kind of weird. Anyway, guys, take care. I'll see you guys on the forums, and hit me up online. Later.